Hey, it's your girl MJ, and welcome to the Booty Call to Pride channel. I'm your girl Michelle Tillman, and today we're talking about Married at First Sight, season 13, episode 9. I know, I'm 9 episodes late. Listen, I've been having a lot going on over here. Shout out to Tatum with the Blessed and Bossed Up podcast, who reminded me of doing my reviews. So here we go. I have worked on tons of reality TV shows over the years, and so I just want to give y'all my 2 cents about this season. Okay, so y'all haven't heard what I think about anybody so far, so if I kind of like backtrack a little bit, bear with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Michaela and Zach. Okay, so I had such high hopes for them from the beginning, and then there was like all the stuff happened, which I feel like we don't know all the information. So she went from saying that she doesn't want to have the housewarming to they both ended up being there, and he was saying he didn't want to be there, and it was just so much. She was saying he said he called her the next day about this after the housewarming, and basically she was like, she didn't answer, and she responded back like, you could text this number if you want to say something to me. And I'm just like, then they finally get together and they decide to talk about it because apparently they're on different pages. I don't know what's going on. It's very hard to understand their situation. So I don't know who is the weird, crazy one. I do believe it's Michaela. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that she's a little out there. And let me don't say the word crazy lightly. I think she really has manic tendencies that should be checked out by a professional. Like, no jokes about that. I really do think she should see a professional. But he basically gave this long example about how he's like reading a book under a tree and the book's really good, but then a bee starts buzzing and he's trying to like swat the bee, but he really wants to read the book. And she was looking at him like, but I see where he's going because he really likes her, but then he's seeing little things that are making him like, I don't know. And he said his biggest issue with her was the fundamental difference on how they handle conflict. And I think that he did a really good job of just saying that there was a fundamental difference versus actually saying like, you crazy, you go off, and I'm not. So I think that was a very smart approach of him to not basically say you're wrong, I'm right. He also asked her, can you tell me what I'm doing wrong? And she was like, just communicate with me, just talk to me, which seems really simple. So I don't know what happened with the whole situation where he left and he was in the morning taking the dog somewhere. I don't know. It sounds weird, so I can't really call it, but we're just going to move on from that. Basically they decided to make up and they went on all these, they said they're going to start going on dates. So they're going on the dates and they're saying they're having fun. Then they start asking the questions because this episode, the experts are like, hey, love just don't happen. You got to work for it. So they asked them to ask each other these questions. And one of the questions was, were they in love before? And they both said they weren't. And so she said her past relationships ended for circumstances like, oh, they moved or something like practical happened that made it not work. And he was like, well, basically I never met anybody who had all the things on my checklist. And he started reading off his checklist, and some of those things were her looks, her ambition, her intelligence, being adaptable, being trustworthy, honest, loyal, mature. And she was looking like, they tried to make it a moment as if he was listing off things that were not like basic. Like having someone who's honest and loyal, that's basic. Why should he not want somebody who like, I feel like they tried to play him in that moment, but those are all characteristics that anybody should desire in their mate, and who would not. Like, and I think the main thing she was like, well, I don't know if I can live up to that list, was because he said somebody who is mature enough to not pop off when things don't go right. And I think that's what she realizes, that she may not be able to do that. So whatever. They start talking about, can they fall in love? They said they're happy where they're at. And that they had such an initial intense attraction, but now reality has hit because things have come up, and it was so intense in love and it's also so intense with an issue. So anywho, then let's get to that dinner date they did. So he had planned a date for them. Zach planned a date with the Zoom chef who was telling them how to cook, and clearly Michaela don't know how to cook nothing. Sis, come on now. She made the pasta extra spicy and then tried to act like she ain't tasted. I know Zach was like, and she was like, I don't taste it. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know if she's just really good at tasting. Who knows? Okay, so on to the next. Val and Johnny. I don't know about them. I don't know about them. Let me just go ahead and put it out there. I don't like her baby talk. And so I think we're gonna make it, and like I don't like the baby talk. And so I can see why that's a turn off. Talk like a grown woman, girl. Talk like a grown woman. So I can see why that's a turn off to Johnny, but I'm gonna just skip to the good part. They had sex, and in Johnny's own words, the sex was like pow. So whatever pow means, I think it was good. I think it was good. But by the end of the episode, he was like, she was painting, and all she was thinking about was how the painting was, and if it was good. If it wasn't fun. It wasn't flirty. But he said he's willing to try to work. One thing that was so weird to me, that he was like, I just want to be able to honestly tell you my truth in the moment, and you just take it as it is. Sir, let me give you a reality check. Nobody is going to let you just say whatever you want to say, no matter how much it offends them, even if it's true, don't matter. And you expect them to just take it and you not be more of a person who cares about delivery, who cares about what they're saying, who cares about how it's received. Yes, we all have feelings. Yes, we want to get them out of our chest, but that does not mean say it any type of way and you're going to take it and that's how it's going to be. Like, that's not how marriage works. Like, you got to be soft and gentle in your approach, whether you're a man or a woman. You got to be careful how you say stuff, because that doesn't always fly over well. He keeps saying how he wanted sparks and all that stuff. I'm like, if you just want to have sex, just say that. Because after you had the sex, you was acting like... So, I don't know how they're going to progress, because I feel like them knowing each other worked against them. Because I feel like she had all these expectations, he had all these expectations, and he clearly overlooked her. And she didn't stand out to him before. So I kind of feel like that works against them. But we'll see, how that goes. She did plan the bar game night with the chicken and the beer and the games. And so he really liked that. And he also mentioned that he is one of them persons who, when there's 97% good and 3% bad, he thinks about the 3% that's bad. And you know what? I relate Johnny to, what's the other guy's name? Ryan. They dated heavily so much that I feel like they are really having trouble in the marriage. And I don't think it's necessarily the wife's fault. I think it's them, and they have internal work that they need to do. I'm no therapist, but that is my assessment. Like, you've dated so hard that you don't even know how to just be, how to not have this strong physical attraction necessarily at first. And I'm not saying you don't need that, because you definitely need it, especially for a man to have that attraction for the woman. But I'm just like, y'all just dated so much that you don't even know like what you really want. But anywho, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to Ryan and Brett. They're looking to grow their intimacy past the friend zone. And I think this goes back to the fact that she was not actually his type. And his friend said that, he said that, and it was the red hair. Like, I mean, if she could just change her hair color, would she be your type? I don't know. I can't call it. I think she's cute, so I don't know. I really think it's the fact that they've dated so heavily that they don't even know how to just be. And if you're that particular, why did you sign up for this show? If you're a man and you need all these fireworks and you just assume you was gonna get them married at first sight, it's probably not the show for you. Okay, so also Brett keeps saying like she thinks the other couples are further along in their intimacy than them, and they are. So she's definitely right about that. I think that Ryan is not going to want to settle, and unless she put that thing on him and he changes his mind, kind of like Johnny did for Val, I don't know how they're gonna work out. So yeah, and even Jill was telling her like, hey, if it takes him 2 years to get the feeling to like, you gonna wait 2 years? Probably not. So anywho, let's go ahead and go to Jill. Speaking of him, Jill and Marla. Okay, Marla. Okay. I ain't watched the show enough, huh? Okay. So I don't know what was that about the plastic ring that he gave her. I missed it. Okay, that was weird. So he also always is talking about her materialistic things and saying, oh, she wants all this stuff. Well, how many purses do you need versus you want? And then the last episode, it basically shut it down because her savings is on swole and his is not. It's not accessible, whatever that means, aka you don't got none. I don't know, but I just feel like he jokes too much in things that I think she might be sensitive about. I don't know how it goes over. Maybe she's not sensitive about it, but I'm like, what you're not gonna do is keep clowning me in front of everybody else about little things here and there. So I just wonder, like, if that bothers her or not. She says it jokingly, like maybe it doesn't, so I don't know. But one thing I can say is when I saw them in the kitchen together and she was eating her mac and cheese and he was eating his chocolate chip cookies, I felt like they had like some type of chemistry. I feel like it's there. I just think that him saying how he don't want to eat out all the time, he want to cook and prepare his own food. Okay, now let's be real. Do you actually care about cooking and preparing your food? Or are you just broke? Or either not broke, but you just have a tight budget. Let's be real. Because you're eating cookies, so it ain't about health. You're eating cookies all the time, store-bought cookies all the time. You ain't baking them fresh. You know, I thought he was really into, eating healthy, exercising. Maybe he just has the body type, but sir, you're eating cookies every day. So what, you can't say you want to prepare your food from scratch. Like what is it that you want to prepare your own meals? Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with preparing your own meals. I get that. I do that. But what I am saying is, be real. Is it because of budget or is it because of your true preference? And don't be mad at her because her budget is like good enough where she can eat out if she feel like it. So when you get your savings on swole, then you can talk about that, okay? All right. So let's go to the next couple, Rachel and Jose. Jose, weird. Always showing his 815 credit score or whatever it is. Okay, I just think that, okay, but they like each other, they're into each other. The little preview for the next episode made me think, ooh, maybe not. What's he about to do? Is he about to lock her out? I don't know. We will see. But they did the baby goat yoga thing. That was cute. They basically ended up saying at the end of the episode that they told each other they love each other. She said it first and he said it back. He said that he had been with someone for 4 years and didn't say he loved them back. He was in strong like. Say what? For 4 years? Sir. 4 years? Ain't no way. Whoever that chick is probably like cringing. So you told this chick after 2 weeks you love her, but I was with you 4 years? I know that's what I would be saying if I was whoever this chick is that he was supposedly with for 4 years. So, okay. The thing with them is that he does seem a tad controlling, and she seems like the perfect victim for that. I hate to say it that way, but she's the perfect victim who sees it a little bit, but then is like going to give him the benefit of doubt. And so the fact that he's already, and to the point where he's already controlling, and then it's like, too late, and now you're in a situation. I just hope that she protects herself mentally, emotionally, financially, physically with that, because with him, I just don't know. Okay, who's left? I think that's it. I did Michaela and Zach. We did. Okay, yeah, that's everybody. So basically, that's my thoughts for this week, and I hope to see you guys again next week. Make sure you thumbs up this video, like this video, share it, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.